Hi folks, welcome back. We're going to keep going with this little guy here, and what I have now, I'm going to work on the hand. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to round this off around a little bit. So we're just going to take this and we're just going to round his hand off. And we're going to find out, we're going to put the sleeve like right here. Okay, so that needs to be cut out anyway, so let's do that first. Whoops. Just like that. Okay. Let's see where the sleeve is. We're going to go up here a little further. I'm going to cut this out a little bit because that's not going to be there anyway. So now the corner's got to go a little bit. So, alright, we're going to go right around there. We're just going to chop just like so. Okay, just like that. Perfect. And we're going to go down to the bottom over here, do the same thing, and chop that out. So actually the robe is a little bit rounded there, so round that up a little bit. Alright, so now we're going to do the hand and that piece. So what we're going to do is we're just going to slice this around just like so. So we have the shape of his hand. Okay, so technically his thumb will be at the top, and then, you know, it will be held like this. So we might see some of his thumb, we may not. Because the robe is so big and loose that it can be hidden in that too. So let's just go around this way and find out exactly. Let me see here what we're going to do. Right here I'm going to cut the bottom portion of his hand out. Okay, and his little diploma is going to stick out the bottom here, so we've got to kind of square that one out. And just going to go around here. We're just going to cut a piece out, one there, and a little bit more, and right there. Okay, I'm going to cut this corner off a little bit more. Alright, whoops, not quite right. It's got to be really square there, so we're just going to have that up like that. Okay. Now if you wanted to, you could have made them a little bit longer, which would have maybe looked a little bit better, but I think this will be fine. You'll get the idea that he's holding a diploma. Alright. Now we're just going to recut that. Nice. Okay. So we've got that sticking out from the bottom. Alright. Now we're going to try to match this hand around that a little bit. Let's do the top as well. So the hand's going to be like right here. We can always trim it back a little further. But let's just put a stop cut right there. And cut some of this out, just like so. Okay. And go on this side. Do the same thing. We're just going to cut it out. Alright. Now we're going to have to square it up and see where it's kind of lined it up together, which is good. That's about where it should be. And then we're going to go straight across right here. See, I'm using that slicing motion. I don't want to go crazy with it. We're going to undercut that in a minute here. We're just trying to distinguish where it belongs. Alright. I always like doing things out of a block. I don't like adding things. If I can carve it in the piece, I usually do. Just my style of doing it. There are a lot of people that don't. They'll put a hole in it or something and then add it later. You can do that too. There's no right or wrong way of doing it. It's whatever you prefer to do. Okay? So, I might be doing it a little bit of the harder way, simply because you have more to cut and you have to kind of figure out where this stuff sits, you know. But I find that part of the challenge. here. You know. And if all else fails, you can always draw a hole in it and put a little dowel in there. Would look good too. So I'm trying to have it so it all looks like one piece. All right, so we're going to trim this up a little bit. And let me take a look at this. It's a little too wide up here yet, so we're going to cut part of this off. Right, like that. I'm trying to show you as much as I can on the video here. Tell you, it's a hot day here in PA today. Man, it's in the 90s, and it's only May. It's not what I like, folks. I like the cold weather. I prefer the cold stuff. Okay, well, anyway, can't complain. At least we have our different seasons up here, which I'm thankful for. You know, so you don't get tired of or spoiled with one all the time. You know, it makes it a little nicer having this different seasons up here. Okay, so I'm going to keep fussing with that. You get the idea of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to match the same size down here as I do for the top there. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. Alright, we might have to go in a little further to get that depth a little further there. But you can see what we've created here, a little diploma that he's hanging on to. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just round off this portion towards the diploma. I'm going to clean it up a little bit more when I'm off the line here. And here I'll come right back and I'll show you how to do this.